What's up, guys? I'm Daemonxel, and I have been farming this game completely wrong for so long, and possibility that you might be too. Let's talk about it. Alright, guys, so I want to make this video to talk about how I was going about farming before the star changes went into effect, and now how that change has basically dictated how I'm farming these days now, moving forward with my roster. And as you can see, I went very wide in my roster, bringing characters up, spreading them out, and just unlocking characters in general, bringing them up with very few stars. And that is because that before the star change, you really didn't need it. Before the star change, you could get away with a 2-star, with a 3-star character, with bringing that gear, because gear was king at the time. Gear would bring your character up so that you would be able to knock out a lot of the campaign nodes. This is pre-raid. Actually, I think the first week or two of the raids before the star changes actually went into effect. I think they went into effect at the end of the second week. And you noticed a big change, especially in the numbers of these characters. And now, stars are king. So what I would do, farming before, was I wasn't so much focused on the star levels. I was focusing on the gear. I was taking these characters, right? I was looking, let's bring up Arwen real quick. And I would just look at their character like, okay, what do I need to farm to bring this character up to the next gear level? Let's just farm that. So I'd be farming luminous crystals every day. Every day. Between luminous crystals and shadow crystals, I would alternate days. I would run all the nodes for luminous crystals that I could do in one day. The second day would do the same thing with shadow crystals. And then I would go and do just these side pieces, like the indigos, like the turquoises, all that stuff that we need. And that's how I would farm. I would just focus on gear, because gear was king. Now, with these changes in effect and how well they boost your characters past star level 5, it really kicks in at star level 5, and then you see a big boost at 6 and a massive shift at 7, that even leveling up your characters, doesn't really compare to it. So what I do now is I dedicate most of my energy every single day to just farming stars on characters. I figure the gear will come through other alternate methods. Yes, I will focus on maybe between 6 to 7 characters and hit those nodes. This is aside from guild chapters, because guild, you could just run over and over and over again. With that, I just did Gazra, and then I bounced, after I hit him with 6 stars, I bounced over to Uglok, and once I get Uglok up to 6 stars, I'll go back to Ironhide and finish Ironhide out. So guild nodes aside, that's what I would do with the campaign energy. And it was doing fantastic. But like I said, now I focus on 6 or 7 characters. Currently right now, I do Lady Éowyn. I will farm, let's see, Éowyn. I will do the Haradrim, both Yiftu and what was her name? Rondell. Don't butcher me. Sorry, I got a really bad memory when it comes to names. I skipped her already. There she is. Robel. So I would star farm them. Eladin now that he's on a node, he's now in the rotation. I will farm his stars every day. Same with Arwen. Also, my Shadow teams, I would do full Isengard. I would hit their nodes now every single day to get the stars and the shards that I need for those characters. And other characters are now on the back burner. So I would dedicate basically all energy to about 6 to 7 characters. And then once I have energy after that, or refreshes after that, because I would do my 3 refreshes on energy, and then I would use that to either get crystals or gear pieces if I'm close, and that's how I would build out these characters. Now, it also changed how I did my spending in the supply store. So every day farming wise, I go to the gold page and I buy the green gear. Every green gear, every time the store refreshes, I go back and I buy all the green gear because I don't want to have to waste energy on this green gear, right? If I can get the green gear from just stockpiling through the store, that's better for me in the long run. That's more energy I can use to get other higher gear or more importantly now, shards to level those characters up. In the guild store, I always will spend money on the crystals that I need, Shadow or Luminous, and depending on which character is there, I will buy that character. If both Mithri and Rabute are here, I favor Rabute only because of the data mine that said that the Haradrim are needed for the Witch King unlock, but if he's not here, yes, I am buying shards on Mithri. I am not wasting gold promoting her currently because I'm not leveling her up, so that's gold resources I can use elsewhere, leveling another character that I'm actually working on, or because you need the gold to raise abilities, you need gold to do gear, you need gold for everything. And with the new plentiful amounts of gold that we're getting, and I'm going to be doing a resource management, or basically just a video on what I feel are the bottlenecks now later in the game. I'm going to put a video on that as well, but I feel right now gold is more plentiful now with raiding and everything else, that I'm stockpiling that gold right now and using it only when I need to, because I think the glyph system when it comes out is going to need a lot of gold. So in the challenge store, I do not buy halberd shards anymore. To me, it's a waste of currency. Not so much a waste, but it's going to take forever to bring halberd up to 7 stars, right? Because as you can see here, today's a 5 shard day, so that's 2,500, and on a normal day it's 1,000. You know, I spent the currency to unlock the characters, but other than that, I'm not using this. I'm gonna wait till maybe later on in the game when they possibly bring this into another node, or they give us another way to earn the challenge currency. I don't know, maybe they'll have more tiers down the road. But what I do instead now is I buy all of these essences, because these essences are used on all the characters, and I just stockpile. As you can see here, my bottleneck currently right now is character XP, so I'm just stockpiling. But every day I will buy these essences. This way I won't have to farm them on nodes. I can use that energy again on character shards that are needed. The only gear pieces I farm now are ones that you can't buy in the store, you can't get anywhere else, that you do have to farm for them, and they're a pain in the ass. Like the turquoise too, it's just a pain, and I have the worst RNG farming, so let's not even get into that. In the guild store, I'm always buying Elmer, because I want to get him to 7 stars first. If I have a surplus, I will buy 1 or 2. It depends on who's at the 10 day. But when it's usually 5, I would just get Elmer. You should only really focus on one of these characters. You don't really want to focus on all of these characters at once, because then you're just going to keep running out of guild currency. And I know it's plentiful. You get a lot of guild currency through farming the guild chapters, through lending out your allies, and if people use them, you get your little bonus shards there. But this is what I do. Like I said, you can do differently as well. Raid currency, I am buying for what I need to bring up characters. Most of the stuff, like I said, this stuff I don't really need currently. As you can see, it costs too much for what I feel is needed currently right now. And since I can't really bring any characters up to gear tier 9, or then later down the road gear tier 10, until we get the mithril currency, there's no point in me stockpiling it, right? Or spending the gems. I will use that on luminous crystals, or just stockpiling. I do not see and like I said, do what you guys want for your game, how you get the most enjoyment out of it. But even when I get the mithril tokens, I will not be buying Gandalf shards. It's, to me right there, that is a waste. I will only use this mithril currency right here on the gear tier 9 and gear tier 10 gear, because that's the only way to get it currently in the game. And this just here, this is just an abomination. No, never. I will never, no, that's not going to happen. So I'm trying to be frugal. And this store right down here, I don't really farm any. Well, I guess I got some extra through a chest. But other than that, it's not really worth it. I'm not going to farm a shard where I'm maxed out on a character just to spend currency here in this shop. To me, the offers in this shop are not worth it. Maybe down the road, when I have all these characters maxed out and I don't really, and I'm getting, you know, this more often, like I'm talking like a year down the road, maybe then I'll spend it. But other than that, the energy I could spend on say, you know, on these, like if I max out Gazra or I max out any other character, I'm not going to farm that node anymore. There's no point in me farming that node. I can use that energy in another node to bring another character up. So that's what I think currently right now, and that's why I've been farming wrong. And like I said, I did a course adjustment now. I'm focusing in currently just on one team instead of going wide with my roster, trying to keep up with the meta. Because again, I went wide thinking that, you know, 2 stars, 3 stars was plenty, because that's what it was currently. At 2 or 3 stars, I did fine. I was breezing through the campaign nodes. I was doing well in the arena. But now with the star changes, it's just not worth it. It's better just to bring those star levels up and just kind of realign how you're doing. Now, if you're not maxed out right now and you're still just starting the game, that's the best advice I can give you right now, is just farm those shards and use the tips in this video to gear out your characters. You'll find that in the long run, it'll probably get you closer to your end goals than doing what I did. So, I hope you guys found this video informative. I hope you found it entertaining. If you like my content, please go ahead and give me a like, give me a subscribe. It helps me, it helps the channel. And until I talk to you guys again, have a great week, have a great weekend, and good luck to you and your fellowship.